Hey, this is Emily from Emily Plans Life, and today I'm setting up my 2025 frankenplanner. Okay, so in my last video, which I will link below if you haven't seen it yet, it was just kind of a recap of how I decide what to do for the next year, if I need to make any changes, etc. So check that out if you haven't already. And then the first thing I'm using this year is this undated horizontal planner. So this is a real testament to how much I love this cover because it's absolutely gorgeous. Because I have never used an undated planner because frankly I'm too lazy to actually do one, like to date it, but it wasn't that bad. Just a couple things to keep in mind. So because it's undated, there are no holidays marked in the planner. So I did grab some sticker sheets and I went through the whole year and put down the stickers that applied for me. And I did just a simple sticker over here. This is from Hobby Lobby. Got the whole year's worth for like $1.25. They were on sale. And I've added a few things, which this is a little different for me. So I did go through and put some birthdays down, and I've already marked out like days I have off from work. I have added more birthdays. I have decorated most of my monthly spreads, not all of them, because I don't keep all of my planner stickers out, like my seasonal ones. I kind of rotate those out. So there's a couple that I need to go back and finish, which is fine. And then the other thing that I didn't realize wouldn't come in an undated, which is really a big duh, but I just didn't know, is this sheet here. So I haven't always used this sheet, but last year I used it to mark some of certain travel things. So I have another planner, or a couple planners that I'm using that have that are dated, and so I just took this out of one of those. So let's get started setting this up. First thing I'm going to do is add some new labels to my dividers. So I have 6 here. In that previous video, I talked about how some of them have just, like when I repositioned them, they ended up being a little bit faded. And so I wanted to redo those. And then I also wanted, and I remember now that I had to cut these just a little bit, which is fine. So this year I wanted to retitle some of these because they would just make more sense for me. And then I'm also wanting to move these around. So I'm going to take that opportunity now. So first is going to be the inbox. I think in 2024, I called it main, as it was my main planning area in my planner. And then next I have health, which I did have health in 2024, but I had it further back. So I want my tabs, of course, to go in order. So that's why I reprinted these. The next section is going to be crafts. I might have had that listed as crafty last time. Same thing. Okay. And then home, which home was a new section for me in 2024, and I really liked it. So I can put things like home projects, you know, like an inventory of our pantry or freezer, that type of thing. That can all go in there. Cleaning schedules, etc. And then my last 2 sections have not changed. They're still going to be to do and notes, but they were a little bit worn out after having been used the whole year too, so I reprinted them. And I actually reprinted this whole sheet so that if I want to swap things around or something starts looking, you know, faded or something, I can just take that sticker off and put a new one on. So those are my 6 dividers. So inbox, health, crafts, home, to do, and notes. I'm going to go ahead and put those in my planner, and then I'll be filling in all the area around it. So I'm going to speed this up real quick. Okay, so those are all set up and ready to go. So I might use this planner cover all year, guys. I don't know, you know, this past year in 2024 and some in 2023, I changed my disc and cover every month, which has been really fun because I've got to use up some of mine, but I love this one so much. I might want to look at it all year. We'll see. But I do like to change the discs out, and these here are the ones that came on it. They have a Mickey on there, and this is going to be like my long-term storage probably. So every year I keep my catch-all planner. So since I frankenplan, I'm only going to be taking out January. So I have all these other months that I have to do something with. So it's easiest for me to just keep them on the disc that they came on. The first page in my planner will be my title page. I've been kind of using stickers to make this fun the past few years, and I think it's really nice. I like opening this and seeing some cute stuff here. So I'm gonna grab the next things that go in here, which is that year at a glance calendar and some birthdays and anniversaries and my productivity page. And then I have some things that go here in the front. So this is like my brain dump. If you've seen that last video, you'll know that these are some things I'm still working on. Needed to reprint stuff, you know, that kind of thing. So all those notes are right there. And then I have my brain dump task list, time management matrix. I put a new sheet in here for me to make notes about continuing education. So what I do with that is I just write each month here, and then I'll write the opportunities I have for live CE right here. That way I can just highlight what I've done and keep up with it. I don't have to do one every month, but of course it makes it easier if I do, so there's not this like mad rush at the end. And I really prefer lined paper, and I prefer writing on the sides. So when I'm done with August, I just flip this over and I'll have room here for September, October, November, and December. So again, this is live CE, which is something that's required for my license as a pharmacist. Next, I like to have a folder. I'm going to keep those tabs in here for now, and anything that I'm like working on, or you know, like I've got a piece of mail here, so I just keep stuff there until I've taken care of it. My next papers are from, these are my pre-planning sheets, and these I bought from the Scrappy Wife. They are really well laid out, and I love that I've got a calendar here, and then I've got all these little lists over here on the left. So like this month we'll probably go to the beach or some other vacation, and so I'll put a to-do list for the beach, and I still have room for other things. So I'm really excited to try that out and see how that works out. And then after my pre-planning comes my catch-all. So again, I'm using a horizontal this year. I've never used a horizontal before. We're just gonna see how it goes. So I've got some things listed here. Kind of tried to plan it out, but I only did 1 week because I don't know if I'm gonna have enough room or if I'm gonna love all these little checklists over here. I really like the idea of the checklist though, and I will probably, I like to have things written in a certain spot. So I'm thinking the first one, I'm gonna put my work schedule, and then the bottom is gonna be our dinner plan for that day. The second, maybe if I'm doing workout, because I've been doing some strength training and walking on my walking pad, and then maybe the top 3 things that are like the most important to do. Still playing around with that, so we'll see how it works. For the health section, I'm still using my Bambi planner. So I'm going to grab January here. And then if you've ever watched one of my my frankenplanner setup videos, you'll know that I kind of make my own thing here. So I like the planning pages, these goal sheets from the monthly layout. And so I take those out of a monthly layout that I had, like an 18-month planner of. This ends up being an area for me to track some health goals. And then this sheet, I just glue on here. So let me grab my tape here. This is not a heavily used page, so I'm not too worried about getting it on here perfectly. It's just enough to make it where I'm not flipping to pages I'm not using at all. Okay, yeah. All right, there you go. So I have a mismatched calendar, the monthly goals, and then I still have, excuse me, the weeklies here, which I write some things, not super consistently. It just kind of depends. So some weeks I use those a lot more than I do others. I also have a yearly planner here. This is a tracker that I am going to use again to track my movement for the year. So I'll use some different colors. I haven't really figured out like my key yet, but I'll use like some different highlighters here to track different kinds of exercise, like walking or weights, yoga, that type of thing. So I'll figure out my key, and I usually just list it right here. In my last video, I mentioned that Elise Joy, that this is from Elise Joy, and she had gone off the internet, but she actually did mail out a 2025. So I might just reprint that, but I hadn't had a chance to do that before this video started. So next up is my vision board, which I still like, so I'm gonna keep using that. And then my next section here is crafts. So in this section, I really don't do, like, I don't need a calendar or anything like that. So I'm thinking with this section, I might just use one of my themed things here. Let's see. I'm pretty sure I have some squad girls that are like, maybe I'm wondering if maybe I have a divider like this where they're being crafty, and maybe not. Let's flip back here. It says you got this planner, babe. Let's see. Planning is my jam. That's super cute. I was hoping I had a crafty one. If I don't, we'll figure something out. This is one I had been using part of another planner, but I've just realized like I don't need the calendar part. And so I think just having a section here that was, you know, could be like unmarked. Oh, here we go. That's the one I'm looking for. It can be unmarked because I'm not, like, it doesn't need a date on it over there, because I'm thinking might just use it all year. I'm gonna cut this little tab off here. Perfect. Okay. This will be my craft section. And what I put in here is my bookshelf for the year, any crafty to-dos, any projects that I'm working on. So like right now I'm working on December daily. So I have some December daily sheets in here. And then when I'm done with those, I will just toss them. But that's what all of this is. It's just notes and little projects and things that I have going on. So nothing that actually needs a calendar, and that's why I think just using a cute divider will work really well. For the home section, what I have in here are things related to cleaning, cooking, things that we do on a recurring basis. I really need to redo this sheet. So these will go here, and I'm kind of realizing now I might want a divider right there. I'm sitting here trying to think, what in the world did I have there? Like the entire 2024. Okay, so I'm going to use this. This is a cute little piece of scrapbook paper, and it's kind of wintry, so I could get away with using that for a couple of months. My next section is my to-do section, where I use this divider, also Squad Girls, and this is just current things that I'm working on. So like, I want to buy a new car. So that's some notes I had there about it, a project I'm doing, some things I wanted to clutter, blah, blah, blah. All that goes right there. And then here in the back, I just have a notes section. And generally right here, I use like a theme divider for the month. So let me see what I have. I'm not sure that I really have a ton of stuff. Maybe I have something for like winter or January. Yeah, I have this one for January. It says, I'm sorry for what I said when it was winter. So that will work. Okay, so quick flip through, and this is really it, guys. Like, my last video went through a lot of my thought process, which is why this one really doesn't take too long to set up, although I do need to put my dividers in, so let's do that before we do the flip. In January, I will want one here for my current week, and then under health, I will want one, let's see, I guess I'll put it right here. Let me think about that. Yeah, I think I have it right here. So this is where I put some of those goals, and I do track some things over here on the side, so I want them there. And then I'll mark wherever I am in my weekly. So I kind of have two dividers there. And then under crafts, where I'm still working on my December daily stuff, I have a December daily marker. Well, it's not a December daily marker, but it's Christmassy, so it can still be there. Okay. All right. So quick flip. She's a little chunky, not too bad. I've got plenty of room. I could add more in, and you know, this cover is a lot more thick, or a lot thicker than a lot of, you know, just like the typical Happy Planner one. So I'll have to remember that. So I've got my gorgeous Mickey Mouse cover. I have my name page. I have my year at a glance. I'm also, I don't know that I mentioned this in this video, but I use different markers to kind of track different types of days off and events, so I'll be setting that up. I've got birthdays and anniversaries, my weekly, monthly, weekly, and daily to-do list, my brain dump area, and my CE stuff, a little folder for things I need to keep up with, my pre-planning pages where I have set up different lists here on the side, and then I go into my actual like planner with the horizontal pages. The health section is next, so I like that Bambi divider, and I track some things here on my calendar. I've got some goal setting pages here. I use the weeklies sometimes for journaling or writing down specifics about workouts. I have my movement tracker that I will reprint and reset up. And then my vision board. The craft section is next. Just an ongoing, an area for me to keep up with ongoing things like books I'm reading this year, crafty to-dos, projects I'm working on, etc. And then the home section, we got cooking stuff, cleaning, that type of thing, any house-related task. The to-do section where I keep up with current projects and things I'm working on. And then my notes section, where I just have some blank sheets, and the very back is a little swatch sheet of all of my mild liners and other highlighters. So that's it. I hope that was easy to follow along with. If you've got any questions, I would love to answer them. If you don't already, hit subscribe, and then you'll find out when I've got new videos. I hope 2025 is a great year for you. Thank you.